Boom, boom. This is Ken. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. I've got a bit of Azur laying on tap today. I've got a few things to cover, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, the upgrade that you know that we had last week has caused mass hysteria. Been getting a lot of DMs from a lot of people about different stuff, what my thought is on this, what my thought is on that. So let me go ahead and give you a little bit of information that what I've found. Quite possibly, the biggest complaint that I've been hearing is the fact that the daily is too hard. So let's go ahead and talk about this daily real quick and get it out of the way. So the daily that everybody's referring to is the actual daily raid. It's not really this one. This one's fairly difficult aviation selling. Just use what the required ships, best carriers, best sellers. That's the way to get around that one. The hard one is this one right here, and it's this escort mission for the firepower. This is an extremely difficult level to beat. There are a couple of things that you need to do to make this beatable, so let's go ahead and go over them. First of all, understand you're going to be facing ships. This is not about destroying the enemy ships, okay? That's not what this is about. Survival is what this is about. You need to survive the firepower that's going to be coming at you, and it's all torpedoes. Basically, they're just going to escape starts. The ships come and they just start throwing torpedoes at you, different patterns, different angles, and that's all it's about, is survival. The easiest way to beat this level is to take off your auto. You need to dodge the torpedoes. As I said before, this is not about destroying the enemy ships. This is about surviving for, I think it's a minute. Okay, that's how you beat this level. So I have beat it on auto once. Barely. So here's what you need to do. First, you need to choose ships, light cruisers. You want light cruisers on your front line. Back line does not really matter. As I said, this is not about damage. If you do have Odin, put Odin in your back line because she throws out one of her skills that will buff your front lines. Helena specifically, and we're going to be using Helena. She is one of the most important ships in this particular run. If you have her, it'll make things immensely easier. So the first thing you want to do is Helena. Okay, as I said before, you don't need to have weapons on here because it's not about destroying the enemy ships. This is what you need. You need the torpedo bulge. 30% damage taken from torpedoes. Okay, 30% decrease. And as I said, it starts out torpedoes, it ends on torpedoes. There's no planes, there's no shelling, there's nothing. It's all torpedoes. So that's what you need to survive against. So putting a torpedo bulge on Helena. Okay, I used Noshiro. Noshiro, where's Noshiro at? Right here. Again, torpedo bulge. Okay. Next, I used Seattle simply because I wanted to see if she could just survive out of curiosity. She did not survive on auto. Torpedo bulge. All right. So that's what you have. You have those three ships with torpedo bulges. If you have Odin throwing out a buff, you should be able to survive it. Okay, the key is, like I said, is I've run it numerous times. I've always been able to beat it manually. Auto, I've run it a couple times on auto. I've run it 4 times on auto, survived once, died the other 3 times. And that one time I survived, Helena was the only one left in the front line, and if it had gone on just 5 seconds longer, another hit from which I probably would have died. Okay, so, but I don't have Odin. So, but if you have Odin, you should probably be able to successfully complete this on auto fairly easily. She reduces the damage that Helena's taken to virtually like 1 or 2 points of damage. So you should be able to survive. But you don't have to survive. You don't have to destroy the enemy ships. As I said, you just need to live. Okay? You need to make sure that one of your 3 ships in the Vanguard survives. That's all you need to do. Helena barely survived, so that's how you do it in auto. But if you do it manual, it's a lot easier. Okay? Just dodge them. I mean, they're coming at you. They have set patterns, set flow, flow angles. So just, once you get the hang of it, you should be able to beat it fairly easily. And then after that, you can just quick battle it all the time. Do your 3 quick battles and you'll be done with it. So that's how you beat it, okay? Remember, torpedo bulges. You should have the torpedo bulges inside of your depot. And if you go into your crafting section, you should see them down here towards the bottom. Right here. I could make 12 more, 10, 10, 12 more if I wanted to. Anti-torpedo bulge 3. Okay. You can enhance it if you want to, but the 30% damage reduction from torpedoes is base. When you put it on, you automatically get that. However, if you do enhance them a little bit, if you have some enhancement materials, it'll give you more hit points, which means more hit points means you can survive more damage. Okay. I didn't want to spend too much enhancement items doing them, so I just put a little bit on each of them to give me a little bit extra hit points, and I was able to survive that one time in auto, which is I was just trying to see if I could actually. So that's what you want to do, and you should be able to beat it after that. It shouldn't be much of a problem. Okay. So second, what ships should I take up to 125? As you know, the level cap has been raised to 125. So one of the missions that you'll have is to take 3 ships to 125. Which 3? Well, no brainer. First one, of course, should be, if you have her, FDG. Okay, most powerful ship of the game. 125. Do it. Okay, she went straight to 125. I hit Awaken, and bam, she had enough experience accrued that she just went straight to 125. Same thing with Shinano. She went straight to 125 when I awakened her. And now Jersey, I awakened Jersey, but Jersey was a little bit low. She'd only had enough to accrue up to 124, but I'm using her in PvP, which you should be doing. And I'm getting like 25, 2600 experience each time I run it. So I'll have her within a week or two. She'll be up to 125 as well. I'll probably throw her in some of the other things that I'm doing just to get her leveled up extra fast. Might actually throw her in the dorm. I'm actually considering doing that, even though her affinity's already maxed out. But it's something that I'm considering. But yeah, so those are 3 ships. Any ship, if you don't have any of those ships, okay, it's really difficult to say. The way the cognitive arrays right now, they're plentiful. Okay, because they're having all these events to give us to it. But you got to understand something. Once those event goes away, really the only way you're going to be able to get them is through the daily. Okay, that's 9. Okay, 3. You can run this 3 times a day. 3, 6, 9. That's 9. They're probably going to have missions and stuff that you'll be able to get a few more. But this is not going to be something that you're going to be able to just every time you get cognitive, every time a ship gets to 120, you automatically want to take it up to 125. At this point, I would only focus on your best ships for now. Once we see how they're going to be with the cognitive array situation, then we'll determine whether or not it's something to go for it, knock it out. Each time you get 120, go for it. I can't do it. I've got too many ships. I'm serious. I've got like 40 ships that are at 120 out. There's not enough cognitive arrays out there as of yet, but I will start focusing on them. So as you use them, if they're good ships, they're ships an important part of your fleet, then go ahead and do it. But if you're looking to be picky and choosy at this point, which I'm thinking you probably should be for right now, you want to do your UR ships, okay, and any of your priority DR ships, and anything that you utilize in your main fleet. Those would be the first ships that you want to go for. All right. So that's where we're at with that. Now, as for the actual headquarters and leveling up everything inside of the command center here. Now, go for the merchant first. It maxes out at 12, so just max that out at 12. Okay. Next, you want to go for the canteen. Gold first because you're going to need a lot of gold to do this. So, and then go for oil again up to level 12 max. Then lecture hall. Lecture hall, I have one more level, but you have to be at 105 to actually make this up to take this up to the level, and I'm not quite there yet. Okay, so once I get to 105, I'll be able to take them up to the final level. So that leaves you right there. I'm at 104. Once I get to 105, I'll have that option. I don't know if there's anything from 10 to 11. It did it for me, so I don't know if there's like maybe level 100 is needed. So if you're not at level 100, you might not be able to do any. But I don't think there's any caps whatsoever on the merchant or the actual canteen. So you should be able to get the oil and the coinage pretty easily. All right, so max those out just because it gives you more storage. Okay. Don't forget about your daily pack. You should have saw it today in the shop. shot munitions. Sorry, not munitions. Shot packs. I'm sure used to go to munitions. You should see it was right here at the front. There's again, as I said, but last video, it's every if you see 4,000 oil, bunch of stuff. Go for it. Make sure you claim it. I claimed it this morning, and I've already used it, as you can see, when I did a lot of my runs today. I got Udachi. Okay, I do have Udachi. I'm going to show you Udachi briefly here, but I'm not going to show you Udachi because I have fear of the YouTube censors. Because Udachi is an extremely, very, as you can see, tends to be a little bit heavy on the you-know-what's there. So a little bit cleavage showing there. So I'm not going to actually show you that on a long-term deal. However, several people have been daring me. So, I got dared to put it as my icon. So I'm considering doing that. But I'll probably get pulled. But we'll give it, maybe I'll give it a try. I'm feeling a little bit living on the edge today. Since I've got some leeway here, maybe we'll go ahead and see if they actually do catch it. But yeah, so Udachi's up. Do the retrofit, guys. I'm serious. She's a good ship. Okay. She's a good ship to begin with. You get her at 610. You have to farm 610 normal. Not hard. I did it. I ran it. As you know, in my last video, I did not have her. I ran it like I've been running it. I've run it a lot of it the last 7 days, and I managed to hit her day before yesterday, I believe it was, is when I finally hit her. So she's she's a destroyer. So you definitely want to get her. The retrofit is good. I've got her to like 72, 73. I used some data packs on her to get her up to, so I could actually do the full limit break. She's fully limit broke, but I have to get to 75, then 85. Make sure you're doing the event. Okay, you need to get the barbecue sauce. If the barbecue sauce is in the event, it's right here. You need this barbecue sauce. Okay, without this barbecue sauce, you can't complete the retrofit. They did this with Warspite, and they did this with Warspite and San Diego. Sandy had a microphone that you had to get. Warspite had a sword. However, when they first came out, there was only certain events that you could get that, much like they're probably going to be doing with Udachi's barbecue sauce here. So you had to sit and wait for the event to come around. And they usually did it like twice a year. I'm serious, but that was a long time to wait. I had to wait for both Sandy and Warspite to get their actually Warspite, I just started the game. One of the first events that they'd have when I just started playing the game was this event for Warspite. I did it, but I had no idea what it was for. Okay, they said it was a specialty item used for your retrofitting. I just started the game and I was still not familiar with everything, so I'm like, all right, whatever. So it was in my inventory. And then when I got to Warspite, you should definitely retrofit both Sandy and Warspite. It makes them much better ships. But then I got it, and then it said, I need this. I remember that. And I went into my thing. And so I was able to retrofit Warspite. She was my first retrofit ship. But then Sandy, I did not have the microphone. I had to wait several months. I think it was 4 or 5 months. And it turned out to be, before the event rolled around again. Now they're in the shop, so you don't need to worry about it. If you need to retrofit those two, just go into the shop, munitions, and go into the prototype. And right here is Warspite's sword, and right here is Sandy's microphone. They probably will one day put Udachi's barbecue sauce in here, but it probably won't be until they actually maybe leave it out there for a year or two, like they did with Warspite and Sandy. And they'll just have that event again where you have to do that to get the actual microphone. So that's going to be ending in a couple of days. So get in there and knock that out as fast as you can. Unfortunately, so 7 days. So just play it as much times as you need. Okay, it's going to be going on for two more days. It ends until midnight, until 10/6. All right. So I'll show you what it looks like if you don't have it. Go into your depot. Go into your items. And scroll down here, and you'll see it right there. I just blew past it there. Right there it is. Oh, damn barbecue. Okay. Makes me hungry every time I smell it. What do you mean? That isn't the point. There it is right there. So the barbecue sauce, all right? So that's what you need. And you definitely want to do it because that makes her a much better ship. It increases her skills. one of the skills, as is common. That will make her, it technically makes her, if you look at the dock, if you look at the back, if you'll notice, War Spite and Sandy. Notice how Sandy is an SSR gold ship. Notice how after you retrofit her, she will become the rainbow background, which means she's UR ship. Okay, so whenever you do that to her, and it's the same thing with Warspite. She is now a UR ship. When you've completed Udachi, she will most likely attain this UR background as well. Okay, so definitely want to do those two. It makes them excellent ships. Warspite, top of the line damage. Sandy will swat down just about any aircraft that comes within her range. So definitely a worthwhile endeavor to focus on these ships as soon as you can. And both of these ships are fairly easy to obtain within the game, as are all of the ships. So you just need to, as you progress through the game and get to the different levels, you'll begin to unlock those ships, and you'll be able to get them that way. All right, so that's everything that they've been talking about. I've also gotten several questions about the cruise missions. This is something that you definitely want to focus on as well. The rewards are immense. Okay, I did actually spend $9.99 on the trade Fairwinds coupon simply because of the fact that I need gems. I need gems to increase my dock space. If you look at your dock space, as they come out with new ships, you run out of dock space. Okay, and you need to purchase dock space. Well, the only way to get dock space is, of course, in the shop and go into the actual packs and go to items. And you get dock expansion right here. This will give you 10 more slots. It costs 200 gems though, so you need gems. So anytime I spend money in this game, it's for gems, and I have not spent a whole bunch. I'm well below. Well, with the Fairwind coupons, I actually might have exceeded $25. Not sure, but I've never purchased any of the skins or anything like that. But I have had to get gems. You need gems for two things. You need them for the promise. Great. This is something else that you might want to consider. These are normally you normally get. There's a pack that has one promise ring in it. Okay. It's like a $1,200 pack, and you only get one promise ring. But every now and then they bring out this crate. I bought one of these one time to get 2 promise rings. You get 1 promise ring when you start the game, and I think they give you one away, another one away sometime through. I can't remember when it happens. But I needed that because I had, FDG, and I've still got 1 ring, and I'm probably going to put that on a Zuma most likely. But those are the ones. So those are the only things that you really need if you want to get the promise. Wait for the promise crate. Don't do the other one because it's only 1 ring and some other stuff. But it's a little bit too pricey. But the promise crate for $9.80 for 2 rings. I think each ring is normally 600 gems. I think is what 1 promise ring costs. So getting 2 for $9.80 is a big deal. Okay, so that's something you might want to look at. They only offer this at certain times. So once it goes away, in this case it's going away on the 13th, it'll be gone, but they'll bring it back. It's not like gone forever, but they only do it during certain times. But this Fairwinds trade base, the rewards are just astronomically off the charts. You get, you're getting enhancement plates, which can be used on anything. You get gems, which is one of the reasons I did it. I was going to need some gems because I need dock space, so I have enough to get 10 more. But then, whenever if they keep coming out with new ships and stuff, they keep running out of dock space. Not to mention there's still a few ships I haven't got my hands on yet. Akagi's one of them. So, but yeah, so that's Fairwinds coupon. That's definitely something that you want to do. If you purchase the actual coupon, you of course get a whole bunch more stuff. You won't get gems unless you purchase the coupon. And a lot of the high-end enhancement parts that you can get those parts inside of Operation Siren. But if you don't have a lot of time to pay Operation Siren, then you might not be able to get them as well. Like these, the crystallized heat resistance, and there's some other parts. Here's one, neuroplastic prosthetic arms. So you can get these things in Operation Siren, but you can get them in here for free. So they give you enhancement plates and all kinds of stuff. But if you want to get the actual gems, you have to purchase the coupon. and that'll open it up. But you got plenty of time on this. It's running until November 30th, so it's not like it's something you need to be doing it right now. But it does take a long time. There's 100 levels. Okay, I'm up to 80, and you all know how much. I'm up to 70. You all know how much and how often I play the game, so that should give you an idea of what you're going to need to do to put it in. But you've got plenty of time, so it's no rush. I just play the game a lot because I like it, so I just get through things a lot faster than normal. Okay, so yeah, but definitely want to do that if you have the chance. You know, even if you're not going to purchase the coupon, the other stuff is good. You get you know, you get the Fuso. This is not a ship you want to focus on, by the way. Pretty much everybody I've watched and spoken to about this said it's not worth it. So they're not even going to invest in it. So she's only an epic ship anyway. So yeah, don't worry about it. Save your time for other ships when the other metas come out, and we'll talk about some of the good ones when they come out. They haven't really had any super good ones yet. I mean, Hiryu wasn't too bad, and Orc wasn't too bad, but I'm just waiting for one of the really powerful ones to come out that it could be considered making the meta ship something that's definitely useful. Something that can supplant my fleet, which has already got pretty much most of the best ships. So we'll just have to see. All right, so that's where I hope that helps. I hope that makes the daily raid a little bit easier, and I hope that the advice on which ships to focus on helps out as well. All right, so again, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Once you subscribe, you'll see the bell. Click on the bell, and you'll be notified each time I do drop a video. Also remember to like and share, as that helps the channel immensely. So this is Ken Rear, coming at you from the corner, signing out.